Hi guys! Today I've got another resolutions video for you. This time I bring you my 2015 Bookish Resolutions. 2014 was a really good reading year for me, but I know there are definitely some things I want to improve. Number 1, the 60 book challenge. I mentioned this in my regular resolutions video, but I'm going to say it again here. I want to read 60 books this year. I want to challenge myself a little more, but I think I can do it. Number 2, read more books by women and by writers of color. I'm sure you've been seeing all the conversation on YouTube about reading more diversely, and I definitely want to get involved in that. I think I read less than 10 books this year by writers of color, and I would really like to change that. I especially want to read more comic books and graphic novels by women and writers of color because I love the comic book industry and I would love it if we could have more diversity within that industry. I'll also be more active in the Writers of Color book club on Goodreads, and I'll be talking about that a little more. Number 3, be more involved with the CanLit book club Hello Hemlock. My friends Jess and Jason, both Canadian, started this really amazing YouTube book club called Hello Hemlock where they read Canadian literature. It's always been a little bit difficult for me to find the books they pick to read, but this year I'm up in my game and I'm going to try to read as many of the books as I can. I've already put As For Me in My House on hold at the library. Number 4, read more books published in 2015. I worked at my local bookstore Lemuria over the holiday break, and I noticed as the year was wrapping up, everyone was asking, what's the best book you read that was published this year? And I thought about it, and I didn't really read a lot of books that were published in the year 2014. It's not necessarily a problem. I read a lot of really good books, but I would like to be more up to date with what's coming out in the publishing world, and I would definitely like to read as many nominees for that year's Man Booker or Pulitzer or National Book Award as possible so I actually know what is going on and what books are up for the awards. Number 5, finish all my unfinished series. Now I say all, only so I have something to strive for. I have a good amount of unfinished series, not so much that it's necessarily a problem, but I would like to make a significant dent in that this year. Number 6, read all my owned and unread books. Again, all just means something to strive for. I have a fair amount of unread books, but it's really not that many. I know for sure it's under 50. I want to have the freedom to buy as many books as my bank account will allow, especially if I want to read more books published in 2015. I want to buy a lot of books published in 2015. Number 7, reread Harry Potter all the way through, one book after another. I don't know if I'm going to make this a Christmas thing or a summer thing. I'm not entirely sure yet. Number 8, read more nonfiction. I really like memoirs, but I haven't read a lot of memoirs, and I've discovered that I really like books on business and self-help books, and I really like nonfiction, even though I haven't read a lot of it, so I'd like to become more well-versed in nonfiction. Number 9, read more books about art and creativity. This sort of falls under the nonfiction umbrella, but within that umbrella, I would like to read more books about art and creativity because I'm trying to get in touch with my more creative side this year and try to make art in different forms and just experiment a little more, and I'd like to read books on that topic as well. Number 10, read more essay and short story collections. I've never really read essay collections or short story collections, and I've heard about a lot of good ones in the past year, so I just want to read some. Number 11, read more books by Mississippi authors. I'm really passionate about where I come from. I'm really passionate about literature, so I would like to combine those two things and read lots of books by people from my home state or about my home state or just with that Mississippi essence. This includes like Faulkner, Larry Brown, Barry Hannah, Eudora Welty, people like that, but I'd also like to read a lot more modern Mississippi authors. Who knows? Maybe I'll even do a read-along or a book club because I want you guys to know how great where I'm from is as much as I know how great it is. That didn't make any sense. And finally, number 12. Read more science fiction and fantasy. I've been watching a lot of booktubers who read a lot of science fiction and fantasy, and it's just got me really excited about both genres, and I haven't really read much in either genre. So those are my bookish resolutions for the year of 2015. If you guys made any bookish resolutions, let me know what they are in the comments below or link me to a video if you made one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.